Good morning, children. I hope all of you all are keeping well. Today we will be doing chapter 8, Natural Resources of India, the third part. But before I start, there is a printing mistake here, children. Over here it will be exhaustible. It is written inexhaustible. So you can cut out the in. Okay. Now let us start. Non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources or exhaustible resources will run out or will not be replenished for thousands or even millions of years. That means they will finish. As per our use, it will finish. So we will underline over here. Okay. Non-renewable resource or exhaustible resources will run out or will not be replenished for thousands or even millions of years. Their supply is slowly getting over. Most of non-renewable energy are fossil fuel, which include coal and petroleum formed from the remains of plants and animals. Now, what is fossil fuel, children? What is fossil fuel? It is formed from the remains of plants and animals. Okay, and fossil fuel is non-renewable energy. Okay, the main source of non-renewable energy, that is fossil fuel. And what is it? It is made from the remains of plants and animals. They are created as the remains of creatures decomposed millions of years ago under huge amount of pressure and heat. Sorry. So we can underline from here, fossil fuel formed from the remains of plants or animals. They were created as the remains of creatures decomposed millions of years ago under huge amount of pressure and heat. Okay. So, we all know what is fossil fuel and how it is formed. Most fossil fuel are burnt to produce energy and electricity. Coal. Coal is one of the most useful non-renewable natural resources. It is used for many purposes like cooking, producing electricity and for heating. It is used both in homes as well as industries. Machines and vehicles also run coal. Now children, quite some years back there were engines which was known as steam engines, which were used to run on coal. Trains, okay, engines for the trains, okay. Petroleum is oil which is found under the surface of the earth or under the seabed. It is a source of fuel such as petrol and diesel. Petroleum is a rare natural resource as not many countries in the world have petroleum reserves. Petroleum is also known as liquid gold. So, what is petroleum known as? Petroleum is known as liquid gold. Bombay High in India is a petroleum reserve. Okay children, we have the reserve in India and that is in Bombay High. It is in Bombay, it is in the middle of the sea. Okay. Now metals. Metals like iron, bauxite and copper are useful natural resources used to make many important objects of daily use. One main thing we use as a metal is the iron and steel, isn't it? We use knife as which is made of iron, spoons, fork, which is made out of steel. Okay. So that is our daily use. Next we will do is conservation of natural resources. Children, what do you mean by conservation? Conservation is to save. To save our natural resources. Conservation is the care and protection of the earth's resources so that they can last for future generation. So we will underline from here, conservation is the care and protection of the earth's resources that they can last for future generation. It is very important to use both renewable as well as non-renewable natural resources carefully. Since non-renewable resources take long time to form, they should be preserved as much as possible. We should endeavor to use alternative energy, which is a form of energy derived from natural resources such as sun, wind, tides or waves, which we have already learnt, children. From sun we get the solar energy, so we can use solar cars, solar batteries, solar chargers. Okay, from wind we get that windmill, etc. Okay. Sorry. Some of the ways of conserving natural resources are using water judiciously by employing simple methods such as closing taps or reusing water for gardening can conserve water. Now children, this is a very important point, that reusing water. How do we reuse? In the kitchen, when your mother is cleaning the rice, that water we can accumulate in a bucket. We can keep that water in a bucket. Also when we wash the vegetables, we can keep it in the bucket. And when the time comes, we can throw that water in the garden for our plants. Okay. This is the way, one thing we can conserve water. Next is when we brush, we generally keep the taps open. So we can close the tap when we are brushing. When we need the water, we can again open the tap. Okay. Planting trees prevents soil from getting washed off. Switching off lights and keeping a check on the usage of home appliances can bring down the electricity consumption. Recycling paper waste will save trees. Using carpools to travel can save fossil fuel. Like children, for this also carpools. Like suppose we go to one place. There are 10 people from your colony is going to the same place. Suppose we are coming to the school and there are 10 children from the same place who is coming to the school. They can always take a public transport, which you all do, and you all come to the school. That is known as carpools. Okay, so we come to an end of this chapter. So what we have learned from this chapter is natural resources. From natural resources we get two things, that is renewable and non-renewable, which is inexhaustible and exhaustible. Okay, inexhaustible which is replenished, like wind, water, sunlight, soil, forests over here, and exhaustible cannot be replenished, that is fossil fuel, coal and petrol. And how to conserve? There are the ways, that is use water judiciously, plant more trees, limit electricity usage, recycle paper and carpools. So we come to an end of this chapter, children. Thank you so much. Take care, be safe, and bye. Thank you so much.